An interesting change. OBS interface. Seem to be working fine. None of the disconnects we were seeing months ago. Why not? Let's go to it. I still have to capture the game from a window, though. So, how are you doing internet? I'm Beanuts, and good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to Honkai Impact 3rd. It's been a while. And they've updated to chapter 34. That was a bit loud for me, perhaps. That's not the right thing. I want to bring up my volume mixer. So, it's down around 20, so that should be fine, more or less, I guess. And if not, I could try bring it up again. What are volume levels for you guys? Should also be fun. If someone comes online, can let me know if something is too loud or too low, and then I can try and fix it after. So here we actually have a new Herrscher. So let's first of all go and do her else, which might be here. Okay, it's over here. Let's find out what she handles like, because in the story we didn't really get an opportunity. All team members deal 35% more elemental damage for every non-Burnia on the team. Enemies receive 10% more ice damage from Herrscher of Truth in continuation form. Independent of it. I guess that doesn't stack. And after we do the trial, I can pull with whatever crystals I already have. I'm not going to spend yet, at least. Because we do have time now. So we can try to build up our resources, try to get her for free. Everything she comes with, and just kind of go from there. This looks interesting. Oh, look at little Project Bunny there. Herrscher of Truth is an image-type cannon user and can gain buffs by unlocking mecha weapons. She has two forms, Extranum and Continuation. Extranum is default when entering battle. Check out this music, though. So she has a 4-string. That unlocked one weapon. And all that happened afterwards was the game. In Extranum form, 4 sequence of Herrscher of Truth's basic attack unlocks mecha weapons upon hitting an enemy. Combo. In Extranum form, press and hold attack after the first sequence of Herrscher of Truth's basic attack to trigger a combo attack that draws in enemies while dealing ice damage. When switching characters during a combo attack, Herrscher of Truth will remain in battle until the combo concludes. This also unlocks mecha weapons on hit. A lot of unlocking, and looks like there are 3 at the bottom. Aichan will demonstrate. I could have taken it. 3, 4, and hold. My turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Easy. And that unlocked the second. Include missiles, lasers, and hover guns unlocked in that order. Herrscher of Truth damage increases with each mecha weapon unlocked. So in other words, 2, 3, 4, and so then what happens if we... nothing happens when we hold. At least in this. Then that's an X. Yes, that's a line. Okay, let's go to the next part. And see what our victory screen looks like. Whether or not they fixed it from the demos. But yes, they did. Oh, pretty cool. Big QTE in Ultimate. And they're putting her with Pardo this time. Well, of course, for the QTE part, that makes sense. The cool thing about Herrscher of Truth is not only ice DPS, she's also support for fire and lightning, aka Yana and me. Although you could use her with other teams too. But I've heard quite a few people are skipping her. Already, Project Bunny is on the field. Herrscher of Truth QT is triggered whenever enemies are affected by time slow or frozen or weapon skill is cast. That's easy. So use her ultimate. And then switch. Which deals ice damage upon entering battle and unlocks mecha weapons. All of them or just one? Okay, just one. Wow. Okay. When entering battle with Herrscher of Truth, QTE, press and hold attack to form combo attack and unlock mecha weapon. You already go to 2 with it. She's already unlocked Sophie. When she's in extreme form, press Alt to enter continuation form. And now she is Gundam. Deal ice damage and restore SP upon entering continuation form for the first time. This is considered a combo attack in continuation form. A mental breach increases in continuation form. Mecha weapons unlocked in extreme form carry over and increase damage dealt in that form. Aichan has already unlocked all mecha weapons. Tap attack in continuation to launch a 3-sequence basic attack and recover mech propulsion. And it's extended for this. When mech propulsion is full in continuation form, hold attack to exhaust mech propulsion. Perform a combo attack. Was it that first the bar before the weapons then? Combo attack continuation form triggers global time fracture, increases the ice damage, and gives Echo of the World. Combo. Tap Alt to perform an ultimate that deals AoE ice damage while increasing the elemental breach of teammates that deal fire or lightning damage. During this time, all skill timers and stage timer are paused. Oh, it's a rail cannon. Which I figured was the compressed ceiling, is what she did in Coalescent. When leaving battle in continuation form or mech variation concludes, the mech will crash into enemies, dealing ice damage and creating a black hole that draws in it. Also consumes Echo of the World to increase team ice damage and fire damage when resetting mecha weapons unlocks. See how What about her? That was her, oh, that unlocks all three. What about that? You can just press and hold. Burst damage after the burst too. Oh, I can't turn her back during the duration? It says completely prepared? That's kind of interesting. Very interesting how she does. Okay, let's go to the next. Oh, of course, there's team synergy for both fire and lightning. For her, unlike for others. Or maybe... I don't know if Azure Imperia has them. Or not, but she should. Because she can work on all elemental teams. Argo can, if you switch her to Trigger. Or Stigs, rather than Bastet. You have some pretty fairly adjustable battle suits. Agent and weapons. Global Time Fracture can be triggered after Ultimate Evasion skill is triggered while Herrscher of Truth is in extremum form. Press attack after triggering it to perform a special that unlocks mecha weapons on hit. Press attack after performing a special to follow up with a combo attack that unlocks a mecha weapon on hit. So that's already going to be 2. Takes a bit though to go through the animation. I've seen what some people do. They go into the pause menu after initiating something to cancel an animation, I guess. Although it does seem to affect damage too. Eve Ascension is a cannon-type weapon that increases its own damage based on the number of ice damage dealers in your team, while gaining additional buffs based on the number of lightning and fire damage on your team. So as long as you have other elements on the team, you can still get a buff. Its own damage based on the number of ice damage, and additional buffs based on the number of lightning or fire damage dealed. Doesn't say additional, but no matter what, you get 1 from Bronya herself. When Herrscher of Truth is equipped with Key of Ascension, press weapon in its turn form to unlock mecha weapons and trigger Ultimate Evasion skill, which can be followed with a continuous attack. Aichan will demonstrate. My turn. So weapon, special attack combo. There we go. Just had to tap it. And now the weapons are fully charged. Tunic Form has new evasion skills and weapon active. Vaults to enter. In continuation form, ultimate evasion skill can be triggered without ultimate evasion. After unlocking the first mecha weapon, evasion skill fires additional missiles dealing ice damage. After unlocking the third mecha weapon in continuation form, using a combo attack, attacks enemies with the hover gun. Using your weapon skill in continuation form performs a coordinated attack with the hover gun. Weapon skill restores mech propulsion in continuation form. After unlocking second mecha weapon, it fires additional lasers dealing ice damage. That's a long fusillade. That's just... What I'm surprised about is she doesn't automatically exit her the mech form after you do the ultimate, and I'm not used to that. I guess it makes sense since Alicia doesn't exit either. Let's see what it has to say about her pre-arm. Although, there's no way I have enough resources left to get to her pre-arm. Domain of Ascension Truth Continuity is a step up from Key of Ascension. Damage increases based on the number of ice damage dealers in the party, and gains different buff based on the number of ice and fire damage dealers in the party, as well as increases the entire team's elemental damage. Buff. With it equipped, Herrscher of Truth, using a weapon skill in extreme form, unlocks a mecha weapon triggering ultimate evasion and can be linked with special or combo attack. They're basically the same thing again. So once weapon happen, there we go. And weapons unlocked. After unlocking the third mecha weapon in continuation form, using a combo attack, attacks enemies with the hover gun using the weapon skill in continuation form, forms a coordinated attack with the hover gun, so same as before. It restores mech propulsion after unlocking the second mecha weapon, deals additional lasers dealing ice damage. I wonder if there's a rotation where you wouldn't unlock all three weapons before switching form. I just want to see the ult again. Team Synergy DPS, so this would be with her SD DPS up a nice team. So she's replacing Alicia. Well, not like we didn't know that already. If there's a rotation where you wouldn't unlock all three weapons before switching form. You sound kind of funny there. Hang on a second. I want to see about my filters. going to go back to the default and see if that helps, because I was sounding a little bit funny. But I won't be able to see about that for myself later. Aichan's demonstration. Aichan will now show you how to unleash Herrscher of Truth's full potential as a nice damage dealer. First, use her weapon skill in extended form when entering battle. Then perform specials and combo attacks to unlock all weapon skills and trigger Jade Knight's QTE. No, I don't have the right Windows stack. Jade Knight enters by QTE and performs her weapon skill, followed by backwind slash, her ultimate, and finally press and hold attack to perform a special combo. Skill, back slash, alt. We'll see. QTE is triggered when Revere's Calico enters battle and activates her ultimate. After Herrscher of Truth enters battle by QTE, the first time entering continuation form by pressing Alt, triggers a combo attack followed by weapon skill. Use basics act to fill up Herrscher of Truth's mech propulsion, then hold down an attack to launch a combo attack, finally triggering an ultimate. That's rather a long string. I was able to do it twice in the same rotation. That's kind of crazy, no? Although you probably would want to go twice around completely and not use up all your SP in one. I don't know. If you can fill it up that quickly, it doesn't really matter, does it? In synergy for fire support. Oh, she'll be going with Kiana and Aichan. Or not really the same Hyperion Lambda. And we can just call her Aichan. Basically sort of, but not really the same. That's rather a long string. Might be a bit better. Aichan will now show you how to use her with fire damage. First, use Herrscher of Truth's weapon skill in extreme form, then perform specials and combo attacks and trigger. You're talking about the wrong thing, Aichan. Fix please, Hoyo. After QTE, use Chrono Navi's special weapon skill to knock back chakrams against the one in the middle, and use ultimate. So instead of Pardo, of course, switching to Chrono Navi. When Herrscher of Truth re-enters battle, press Alt. The first time entering form triggers a combo attack. Ultimate will then be followed by Herrscher of Truth QTE. Woo. After QTE entry, use Herrscher of Truth's combo attack, holding attack, read Herrscher form. Sorry, I'm not interested in buying viewers. Will I get rid of that? Okay, goodbye bot. Okay. Herrscher Flamejan's combo attack by holding attack to activate Herrscher form. In Herrscher form, you use Kiana's weapon skill and combo attack by holding attack, then continue attacking until heat drops. After heat drops, use combo attack by holding attack again and ultimate by holding ultimate. Complete her attack cycle. She's already maxed though. Well, of course, that's them fully geared. Good, right? But from the story, it's been a while since I've seen Kiana without her time runner outfit. Which, I have to say, kind of ends up looking like it was a preview for her upcoming Herrscher form. Oh. They're using Apanya and Eden instead of including May? That's interesting. Like I said before, they're kind of designed to work together. I guess Rania gives higher numbers when she's working with Apanya instead. Kind of odd. Okay, see where she goes with this. First, press weapon as disciplining perdition to enter conviction form and trigger Herrscher of Truth QTE. After Brony enters battle by QTE, her weapon skill is followed by a special and combo attack, unlocking all weapons. This part is the same across all of them. Pressing Alt for the first time causes her to enter continuation form, triggers a combo attack. Ultimate will be followed by Golden Diva's QTE. That's interesting, since I usually start with Eden for her buff. Golden Diva uses her ultimate when entering battle by QTE, that triggers Disciplinary Perdition's QTE. Hold attack when entering battle by QTE, and as Apanya, form combo attack, followed by an ultimate. And alt. How tanky is that archangel?
戒めはここまでにしましょう。
Still interesting that they chose
運命の影はすでに落ちた。
Eden as the main
私は
DPS
それ
in
に
this team.
同調しているだけ。
Or not eating, but it kind of, you know what I mean. I can do that. Why does it say 1M? Plus, I already watched a video. Oh, it's not unlocked yet. It'll unlock at 4 o'clock. Yeah, catch up with me. Let's see if there's any of the bonuses I can get from the dorm. Oh, right, I ranked her up to double S. With fragments from the shop. What's this? Maybe it's something I'm saving for later. Oh, even more stamina. Okay, next, let's see what I can pull. There's no spending event, I think. Okay, all of those are story and at armory. Oh yeah, the new gloves or gauntlets. All team members deal 20% more physical damage to image type characters for 50 seconds. In 5 seconds of casting ultimate, all bleeding enemies in the area shall receive 15% more physical damage. This is obviously intended to be used against imaginary type. 3, 4s. Yeah, no spending event. We did get one fairly recently. Oh. Let's see if I can pick that up. So since there's no... they put the expansion supply on the top. Focus supply, of course, is her gear. He is... Oh, that's Miracle Kissy Pillow. So that's for Carol. I figured out I don't have her stigma. Our supply is Water's Edge, although Elisa is also pretty powerful. And dorm supply is at the bottom. Also here we have some boxes. I don't think I have enough to get it. This will give you a choice between one of the stigma. This is resource. Stigma and weapons. Fly. Fly. Second or third stigma set. So you could get for full gear from this if you do 190 pulls. Over here, if you have to do pity every time, that's 200 pulls. It's slightly less. Do it just on the expansions supply. And unless you get Brana early, well, even if you get her early, maybe you get fragments enough to rank her up. So I think it's worth it to do the pulls for her stuff just here. So let's begin. Hopefully we have some decent luck. Or maybe not. Maybe we go to full pity. Like getting some resources, especially since I'm out. I heard fragments. And more of her. But I do miss Himiko, not quite like that. That was pretty unfortunate. And 2 fragments for her. Let's go again. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough to guarantee getting her. I have like to go to 70. But I want to see even I have her at max already. I want to see if I have enough to get a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, they became tokens instead. More frag. I'm gonna see who actually else is on this. We got pistols, tranquil areas, cannon, key of ascension, of course. Keys of oblivion and miracle Casey pillow, crusher, bunny 19th. Midnight eclipse, steering wing. I don't think I have that. Devil's Finest set Paganini. Wings of Vision Bronya, NEX. Mentor Dragna and Handle. Paganini I don't have, but the others I do. And I, between a previous supply and forging, I actually got what's good. I got a full Eden set for me, which is one of the reasons why I don't have resources anymore. Okay, pull the 1 because why not? Actually, should I just save that? I'll save it for now and switch to the crystals. Rita, how unexpected. If it wasn't for the bonuses on the side, I'd be really mad at having pulled so much and still no Bronya. The 3 fragments. Let's go for mobiles. And it tallies up the battlesuit shards before it even finishes. I'm getting everyone but Bronya. This is actually kind of funny. How unfortunate though for complete free-to-play players. Plus, the bonuses at the side really do really do promote spending. Because let's face it, if you can't farm enough for 190 pulls, guess what you're doing. Oh, another character card. But it's still not Branya. Not even fragments for her if I wasn't getting Essentine. I'm not even at the 60 yet. Let's go again. I'm getting a lot of battlesuit shards or whatever they are. And still no Branya. I guess since I said that I wouldn't be angry if I didn't get her because of the bonus stuff, the game is really taking me seriously. But this is crazy. Okay, so I'll get the first one, which has one of our stigmas in. But they really spread it out so that you can't get them fully in together. What is that him? Another raven. That is a lot of raven. Oh, I get it. Instead of it turning into something that I would have to exchange, it becomes the tokens. Really? Guess I have to do them singly. I was just short, too. I guess I could have waited, but I want to see if I can get anything good. Probably need 100 fragments in order to unlock Branya that way. I'm certainly getting a lot to the Essentine. It's not like I wouldn't have a reason to continue pulling on this if I got her early. Is it? No, still not it. I think this is the last one. Yeah, that's the last single pull I can do. Still nothing. And it's not even enough for another fragment. Very sad. I got just one of her stigma in all those pulls, but she'll be guaranteed in 12 more drops. And I could definitely farm that out before this ends in 21 days. The question is, because I am at one more, get that. So that means I've pulled 79 times. So I would need almost 100 more to get all the way up there. But that's the resources. Oh wait, there's more. 120 more. How many crystals did I spend until now? I believe I had about 16,000 when I started. And I only pulled on here, so the guarantee went down to 12. And I only got one of her stigma through this on the side. And no Bronya yet. But I haven't spent any more than I already had yet. So put here and see what I can do. Also, welcome David to the stream. And let's see who Yes, Lunic. Kindred is the first one. No, it's not even her. It's Valkyrie Pledge. She got to evolve twice. And again. From A to S2. Just like that. Not that I use her. Okay. Almost getting her, yeah. I have 14 to guarantee getting her, and then to try to get all of her gear as well. Anyone else on this side of the roster? Let's also see how many fragments of hers I have. By the way, if you're wondering about these, they're all the trial cards that they give out in codes. I have 18 of 80 shards. But I'm definitely getting her and unlocking her that way. And let's go to here, and then we can get a clearer look at her. You? Yeah, it's kind of. Very glowy. I like the little highlights in here too. Too bad about the band in the middle. Blocking. Oh. Where am I from? I'm from Canada. Her ribbons aren't flowing in this form. Just, I guess, solid in back. Interesting. The armor on her legs and her boots remind me of a Megami device. Or a Frame Arms girl. Which is funny because everyone says that she's Gundam. She looks really good though. Her I know that I can farm out. Hello, Ranga X26VN, welcome. Beautiful character design, she is. She is absolutely a beautiful character design. That was all I could do with them. Love this. I want to see if there's anyone I can... Oh, wait. That's the wrong button. She is Gundam, yes. What did I want to do? This one. But if I go into fragments and conversion... You got her today? No. Excellent job. Alright, Ragnar. Hurt. Easy pull. If you're lucky enough, yes. I didn't make sure that I had enough to guarantee getting her. I just used everything that I had at the time. Which, okay, I regret not having everything to be able to pull her, but I can always just load more, which is the good part about having a stable income. Got her on 40 pull and 20 pull. Oh, so you got her twice? That's great luck. That meant you could rank her up. How are you on her equipment? 20 pull on Steam. Oh, so do you play on Steam and then through the launcher? This. Because one of my guild leaders that they didn't get anything. Both PC and Steam. I guess that way Steam doesn't have a separate login. Yeah. You can just go from their launcher. But does that mean, though, if you need to create additional accounts, though, for testing and that kind of thing? Because one of the things I want to do when we get closer to the end of the story is I want to start again and see what the new player experience is like. Anyway, I did say that this was a catch-up stream and that I hadn't done the stream for a while. So let's catch up with story. Can't be linked. Steam, that is. One second. Right back here, see if my everything is still working. Sorry about that. I'm looking for test speaker for my Toastmasters. So let's get caught up. I do have a lot of stuff in between to play, but the part that I wanted to get caught up first is, of course, Project Stigma. Now, I don't know exactly what these are going to show, but I can fill in the blanks.
ハイペリオン軌道変更完了中継信号追跡安定中本艦は月周回軌道に入りメインエンジン停止
So Teresa and the Hyperion went into the moon's orbit for a test of how the Curie would perform in space. And that's why they were caught in the Project Stigma the way they were when it came into effect. Not the chocolate door. You skip? It's skipping a lot because I played through this. Oh. So, one of the dreams that Teresa entered sent her to St. Freya. So that's the entrance door to the building, but it opened up to the Castellana Stigma space with the tree somehow. I'm going to fill in the blanks for after. And of course there's Kevin with his enhanced sword. It did show in the preview he was using the Herrscher core to create it, but it's a bit more than that in his case because he's also using his Stigma power. Was that really it for that one? So, the Kevin who's in the Stigma space administrating it, and Teresa fought Kevin, but ultimately that did not go so well. Does this show anything about... So those two are exactly the same for some reason. So yeah, I better fill in what exactly Project Stigma is, because it's not the same thing that we encounter in Arc City. There are in fact 16 different plans, and the one being used in this case is the original one. What it does is it swaps the humans on Earth with a Stigma crystallization that inhabits their bodies in a way. So it's a Stigma human hybrid, and they're supposed to pretty much deal with the Honkai until World Serpent, who are the ones doing this, transform Earth the way they want, and then they'll bring the humans back. But in the process, only humans who are Stigma awakened get transferred to the base on the moon. Humans who are not Stigma awakened join a chain of dreams and become like this God Adam entity that just joins them together, and their consciousness becomes melded together, so they stop being individual. Anyway, here we have cutscenes for the start of the moon's origin and finality, which was the stuff that I was trying to play through so that I would be able to get the free Herrscher of Origin when we get there. And I also want to make sure I have these. And it just opened with this. Just an opening cutscene of Kevin in his unleashed Stigma form. kind of wish we could do that to the cores in game. That shows ceiling waking up. Oh yeah. So this is a continuation of that. Curious that it's just that on its own. So Celia woke up. She found herself on the new Atra base on the moon, where there are a few kids on the inside as well, including Sora. And then she went out to explore because she was told that 2 Valkyries had already gone out.
愛煙起煙とは言うけど、こんなところで会うなんて思いがけない出来事も起こるものだね。
お久しぶりですゼーレさん
There's a friendly hello, how are you? So they started going around and exploring, finding the way things were, and found out that there were some certain connections with bubble universes on the moon, or bubble worlds. And they started to go through, seeing what they could find, and there's connections that they could use to try to get to Kevin or to get to Earth. And curiously, they did not find Mei Kiana or Bronya. But there was a place they were all
キア
were.
ナ、早く起きてください、キアナ。
It's one hell of a wake-up call.
どこにいるの？
So they found out that as Herrschers, they were all contained, imprisoned within a special bubble universe designed to contain the Herrschers so that they couldn't interfere in any way with the plan. That's 2 ways of different interference, either by power or through their nature. And I'll get to that once we're closer to where it's relevant.
理屈はよくわからない。でも、神なるもの、変化の極みなり。
You think there will be an origin Herrscher or a destruction Herrscher or both? Of course there will be. We've had teasers of them already. Now, I don't know whether or not you want to look at them, but we've had teasers for Mei and Kiana's new forms as well as having Bronya's now. So we know. And as I mentioned before, in a future patch, we will be getting a free Herrscher of Origin. And then finality is something that is talked a lot about in these chapters. And when I said that Kevin had upgraded his abilities, I should have mentioned that he had stolen the authority of finality to use as part of Project Stigma. Is that it's through that power that they can actually do that they can switch humanity and the stigmas. So we are definitely getting not necessarily Herrscher of Destruction, because that's kind of difficult to say. I mean, it's covered in part by Herrscher of the Void and Herrscher of Death. The Void has the powers of death in the Gem of Serenity. So Death, Void is also kind of destruction, but I think all of the Honkai in general have some of destruction in anyway. And the last one is, if you go back to Gun Girl Z, then called her Herrscher of the End. In here, she seems to be referred to as Herrscher of Finality, but I have heard that it uses the same Chinese characters, whether you translate it as end or finality. It's still the same concept. if you want to look at the teasers, I suppose I could bring them up, kind of. I have some pictures of them. And there's a bit of a hint at the end of the version trailer that we had here. Well, let me see. Look good if I... It's kind of silly, but I can use it. So if you want, I can kind of bring it in, I guess. I guess I need a capture. Is that going to work? So let me know first whether or not you want to see it, because otherwise, otherwise I won't show it. In the meantime, we can continue on with this. So in the cutscene you just saw, Kiana was trying to break through, but because she had Asuka and Evangelion, not quite. So Kiana was trying to break through, but they had lost full access to their Herrscher powers. So she was instead using the Edge of Tianshan. They have Asuka and Honkai. Yes, they do. From the crossover with Neon Genesis and Evangelion, however, that was on a limited time license. So, unfortunately, it will never come back since it was limited time and it was one-time limited. So only people who were playing will have unlocked Asuka, as well as the costumes for Kiana and for Branya that were Evangelion related, or are Evangelion related. The rest of us who missed it, unfortunately, will not get to see that. So anyway, in using the Edge of Tianshan, Kiana actually managed to merge a bridge in another neighboring bubble world so that they could cross the bridge. Everyone can play Asuka still if they don't have her. Only in trial. We can't unlock her. And never come back. We can, I think, play her in her trial, but we can't unlock her to play permanently.
昔のようにか
So they're trying to...
本当にメイ先輩にしか口にしない言葉だよ
They're trying to enter a mindscape so that they can unlock their full Herrscher power. In this imagery. And together they explored a whole bunch of landscapes from their past until they inevitably came back to the Chiba Academy rooftop, which was where Thunders over Nagazara ended, as well as Lament of the Fallen. and pretty much from there.
メイ先輩、一緒に帰ろう。
ええ、キアナちゃん、約束するわ。一緒に帰りましょう。
There's also a whole bunch of mention from the Elysian realm in these chapters. It relates back to what the Moths were doing at the time. But I don't especially remember well. Seems like they were approaching the world tree. Or an imaginary tree. I can't remember what they were doing. Oh, they also found Dr. May and Prometheus in one of the bubble worlds. So, May and Senti and Prometheus helped them to get back.
心配しないで。ちょっと変わった形になるけど、ウサギとしての責務がなかったとしても、私は新生者を見捨てられないの。
Yeah, it's not showing it in these cutscenes, but that would be Mistletoe Sheriak, or simply Sheriak, a crystallization of the Sheriak stigma, who was made into human form, but every time she spontaneously manifested in the world, she massively leaked a huge amount of Honkai energy, which is one of the possibilities Otto told Cecilia about way back, that the Sheriak blood can act in two ways, especially when used with Abyss Flower. It can either purify or contaminate. And he told her not to risk it. Okay. But she ended up doing so during the second eruption, of course, and managed to save Siegfried that way. The Sheriak stigma, on the other hand, leaking a massive amount of Honkai energy, meant that she was killing a lot of people and a lot of things whenever she appeared, which of course she did not like, but she couldn't stop it, even when she tried to end herself, by no uncertain terms. And she was approached by Grey Serpents numerous times, tried to recruit her or talk to her, but the only person who really seemed to get through to her was Alexandra Zaitchik, when she was pregnant, actually, with Bronya. And she even gave Sheriak her first name. But after that, and after something which I won't spoil you on, Mistletoe did join the World Serpent and did start to help them out. And she became the one who was in charge of Project Stigma and the one who executed the way it is within this part of the story. She also came to envy the original Herrscher of Reason for being able to manifest without killing people around her, and because she has a connection with Bronya's mother, she had a special interest in Bronya herself. And throughout the story, while Kiana and May are able to recover the Herrscher powers, Bronya is not. And there's a particular reason behind that, and a reason as well why she could get it back. And part of that has to do with Mistletoe, or hair, as in rabbit, as well as how she gets it back.
力という面で、成婚計画は断りの律者より上だと認めます。ですが、忘れないでください。ブローニャも30万分の1です。エデンの星。
It's a shame that her unlocking a Herrscher of Truth form isn't in there. But she does, and she does so by choosing the future, while acknowledging the legacy of the past. We have Klee in Honkai, but not in Genshin. How can you have Klee in Honkai? Oh, you mean her costume for Teresa, don't you? So now we're caught up with the parts that I can show you. Don't have Klee in the Steam game. Oh, I see. Kind of have excess stamina right now, but I haven't done the materials. So let's just quickly do that. One of the changes since I last streamed was that they streamlined the materials that you have for weapons and everything. So a lot of them got turned into this. Wait, did I not claim that? Okay, let's claim this. Since it refreshes daily, it doesn't matter that that was already at max. And we can at least start the story. See where we are. I wonder if this pops us in at the moon base or after. Oh. It's a completely new stage, is it? Can I go back to the sanctuary? Let's see. Let's see what we have access to now. Yep. Okay, so that's good news. That means that I can still... we can still use this. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. So advanced. Range gathering, go defeat enemies. Regardless of the difficulty, they give the same rewards. That's really weird. Anyway, I'm just going to collect what I have here. Seems to be. I don't even know if there's that much of a point in continuing to do this. Don't do that. You didn't have this thing? Burn. I only did this in the last few days. Let's see what shows up in the storage here. Okay, so the limited time rewards are gone from here. But you can still get these resources. Because it's only part of the story. Apart from the limited time stuff, I agree. And there was also a limited amount of stuff that I could do at all with this in the time that I had. do that. Not part of the story. Oh, because it's limited time stuff rather than the stuff that's directly relevant to the story you're saying. I did as much as I possibly could before the time was out, but that was it.
艦長、ゼーレをどこに連れて行く気ですか？
Alright,
ゼーレ、了解しました。
so let's see what the new stuff looks like. Chaotic Dimension Limited Time Event. Word progress. The Chaotic Dimension. Let's learn about it. Each Valkyrie has her own story. Use theme-limited Valkyries to clear stages in the corresponding dimension to watch their stories. Go see what's going on with Bianca. And you can only use... Oh, they supply a trial version. That's good. So later, the other ones will also unlock. Exclusive actives. Temporarily shorten her evasion skill CD and greatly increase her sprint attack damage. Evasion skill to quickly fill the KE for a repeated sprint attack. That part I think I like, although... Oh, she's in night mode. I got confused because the colors are different when you put her costume on. But of course the trial version won't have the color. Are we back in the Stigma States? In silent imaginary space, countless data were disseminated visibly in the ether, organized and perpetuated. But in the two travelers' eyes, it was accurate, swift, and silent migration. From a macroscopic perspective, it is but another form of quiescence. We've reached, just like that. Looks the same everywhere. I'm afraid it's hard to say it's just like that now. Let's take a break here. I need to calibrate our location. It had already taken more time to escape this labyrinth than the two Valkyries had expected on the moon. I guess this is after they left the moon to trying to get to Earth as Stigma, whereas the others were trying to get there or fight Kevin as Herrschers. With the gods being battlesuits, they had already traveled towards Earth for approximately 47 hours. According to our previous calculations, judging by the distance, we should prepare to float up the real space. What a relief. Truthfully, this has been more exhausting than my mountain runs back when I was training, and we don't know the route. Given the chance, I'd like to travel a few more times, but I don't have the strength or effort now. Yen and the rest might still be fighting on the moon. We should make haste too. Did something go wrong? Isn't this how it always goes in stories? You'll always encounter a tribulation during a pilgrimage. Something really went wrong? Just a small hiccup. The imaginary space has been getting more and more unstable since before. It's also why I needed to calibrate our location. And this instability is getting worse. It'll be tough for us to leave the imaginary space in such circumstances. We'll likely be trapped here because of that, even if someone was to come and get us. The direction you mentioned just now. We don't have to calibrate that. We are still on the right course. For right reason. So this is probably bad news for us. It's easy to redirect if we've gone astray, but right now, it's more likely that we've encountered something along our way. Shall we look around the area? Ah, but I think it's not up to us anymore. I've never seen a situation like this either. I'm afraid it's also related to Project Stigma. Be careful. Alright, if there's anything I can help with, ask away. The space does seem suspicious. I can feel the anomalies, but the disturbance is too strong to suggest we're the only ones here. I don't have control yet. There are other sources of disturbances, or should I say this space is highly sensitive to start with. Oh, hi Sushin. Now I have control. I'm no expert, but speaking of weird stuff, the stone blocks over there look pretty suspicious. Sky? Oh, these runes remind me of the wizardry in old time. They look similar to the ones on the moon, only they seem to have been pieced together by someone. This is the imaginary space. Man-made order seems out of place here. Investigator. Oh, it glows. Something was activated. But we didn't even touch it. I guess we gotta go to the next one. I thought this would be fighting. Okay, that lit up a second one. Before. Huh, the instability of the space seems to be weaker now. Could be instead of the root cause of the spatial disturbances, these are actually countermeasures. Too soon to say yet. Different kind of disturbance. Monsters we saw on the moon. A shame. Let's first take care of Hussein. And she's gone. What? Pulse pillars send out shockwave. An enemy is pushed near a pulse pillar. The pulse pillar inflicts massive damage. Oh, there's the pillar. I think these sound pillars are actually stabilizers. Oh. I want to push them near a corner then. That playing out, breaking special shields. Some enemies have special shields that can only be broken by the shockwaves from use their flash state to sprint to push those enemies near the pillars first. Use the exclusive active to temporarily shorten her evasion skill CD and greatly increase her sprint attack damage. Use the evasion skill to quickly fill it. Oh, that made it lower its... Oops. To get to the other side. What is that? tried to push it. I'm gonna get it more towards 1. Oh, that did work. Can't do any damage to them. Oh, that got this one vulnerable. Oh, that worked out somehow. Kind of an interesting mechanic, I guess. Shame. As expected, I can't get her to reappear. Looks like these pillars want us to pay a transport fee. From what we experienced, these pillars are probably backup facilities set up by the World Serpent for Project Sigma. After all, we took Project Sigma's transport back to Earth. As we approach our destination, it's natural for us to encounter the recycling bin that Project Sigma uses to receive information. Monsters appearing and Susheng vanishing. These happen because the space overloaded and destabilized. That's why these pillars were activated. From their perspective, it's to restore order. Since I got the principle of how things work, this will be easy. The girl gently patted the pillar next to her. Before the overload ends, let's fight together. I hope that Susheng doesn't have a rocky time in that space.
任務完了。次の場所に行きますよ。
You have to admit, I like it when the mechanics can be used in a different way. Where they introduce new mechanics. Exchange in the shop, and this is the punching bag, of course, from her training. Before I forget, Valkyrie training data can be found in the tactics. If you're unfamiliar with how to fight with any Valkyrie, head to tactics to learn more. In chaotic dimension, Valkyries have new enhanced skills. Level up enhanced skills here. Select the icon to see its effect. Sprint pulls nearby enemies and deals 25% more total damage by pulse pillars. Well, that was the only one of that currency I had. That's a bit of that. Oh, it looks like there are more stages to it too. I don't want to spend too much time on that right now. I can go back to it later. How many stages do we have? Okay, so this will unlock in a few days. 5. Let's see what we've got. Here are a few members, no deaths. Take no more than 30 hits. It's the twins. With these challenges in them, it's easier said than done. No death. Alright, let's see what we get. For Sims. According to the ratio of the planets, the moon was undoubtedly one of the biggest satellites in the solar system. Satellites. For instance, a scientific perspective viewed the Earth and the moon as a pair of twins. For 4.5 billion years, they've shared the title of the third planet in the solar system. Twins? The moon? And right now, 38,380,000 kilometers from the moon, dark purple ruins covered the Earth, making the once azure planet dull beyond recognition. Just like that biosphere that relied on retinal instead of chlorophyll billions of years ago. Get in now. Mountains, seas, rivers, cities. Everything sank into dark solitude and slept like an infant in a... The land was silent and gentle as usual. It had everything it could in its embrace. Even when oceans dried and all changed. What you got, not Paimon?
Rosaria, どうしたの?
I'm with Lilia. Lilia poked her head through the door, some cream still stuck to her nose.
とにかく大変なの。まずいのよ。リリア、私の話をちゃんと聞いてる？本当にまずいのに。前にまずいと言ったのは、確かビスケットの瓶から手が抜けなくなった時で、そのさらに前は確かガムを紙につけちゃった時、他にも。
In other words, minor stuff.
とにかく私たちの夜ご飯がクリームケーキから黒ずみケーキになってほしくないなら、それをまずくさせるようなことはやめて。
I think this one is bigger.
リリア、今度は違うのよ。私たちが襲われちゃうの。襲われる？誰にどこから何に襲われるの？あれ？
It's a natural response. Lilia's, I mean. Hosea looked around the sunlit bedroom filled with the aroma of dessert from the kitchen. Seeming to realize just where she was, the look of confusion grew on her face.
どういうこと？こっそり外に出たら変な敵に囲まれちゃったはずなのに。こんなに高くて、こんなに大きくて、ドカーンとかバシャーンとか、すごい攻撃を仕掛けてきたの。
Not very helpful descriptions, though, Rosa.
ちょっと待って、それって崩壊獣のこと？
Oh, she said unusual.
そうそう、それよ。
Oh, really? Should have just said Honkai beast.
リリアも知っているんだから、きっと夢じゃないわよね。バカ言わないで、夢なわけないでしょ。そうよね。だって、それって私たちが撮影してる映画じゃない。
They found a movie? Yes, can I brain?
そうだったわ。ウォッカガールズ主演の映画シリーズ第20作目。
20? And we know nothing about any of them.
今世紀で最も偉大な映画で、天才美少女2人が世界を滅ぼす化け物を退治するために、自らスーパー戦士になる改造を受けて、みんなを救うお話よね。
So they're not actually under attack, but are they not going to respond to Project Stigma at all?
その怪物たちの名前が崩壊獣。バカロザリア、シナリオと現実の区別がつかなくなっちゃったの。なるほど、そういうことね。なら心配する必要なんてないわよね。リリア、遊びに行きましょう。話の切り替えが早すぎ。
She
で
can.
もリリアも遊びに行きたいでしょ。私は。へへ、 私はとっくに分かってるのよ。優しいお姉ちゃんがそのお願い事を叶えてあげる。
I just noticed the fingers on her tail are opening and closing on their own. I wonder if they've always been like that, and I've just never noticed.
早く行きましょう。でもケーキがまだ。大丈夫、お母様が焼いてくれるもの。
Oop. Oh, they must be inside Project Sigma already. Time slipped by as they played, the late sun dyeing the sea marmalade. Looking out on the setting sun, Rosalia stopped in her tracks.
リリア、そろそろ日が暮れるし、今日はここまでにして帰りましょ
They're not with Cocolia as their mother.
う。バカロザリアは暗いのが苦手なの？
But they never called her mom.
だって7時になったらリリアはどうなるんだっけ？思い出せない。ならきっと大事なことじゃないはずよね。
So Rosa's criteria for whether or not something is important is whether or not she can remember it.
リリア、急ぎましょう。早くしないと太陽が沈んじゃうわ。もっともっと遊びましょう。今度は楽しいかくれんぼの時間よ。
This picture seems to be missing a couple people. No?
バカロザリア、二人でかくれんぼしてもつまらないよ。それもそうよね。なら貝殻拾いはどうかしら。めんどくさそう。ちょっと待って、ロザリア。
After the sun had set, the sea breeze still carried along the girls' laughter.
リリアといれば何をしても楽しいわ。でも何か忘れているような。
No kidding.
一体何だろう。
The waves continued to lap the beach, washing away any unpleasant memories. In another dream unbeknownst to Rosalia, a young man was walking by the beach. If May was here, she would find this person looked similar to the elderly who had fused with the stigma space. And now there were no traces of old age in his face. He no longer wore that dirty long robe. He wore the most fashionable outfit he had when he was young. Like a lively youth, he ran on the beach, laughing and enjoying the dawn of life. He completely forgot that in his original youth he had never seen a real sea. In countless different worlds, similar around suns rise and set countless times. Humans had forgotten the line between dreams and reality and began to embrace their new lives in the stigma space. In a pristine snowy village, a man slid down the hill swiftly on his snowboard and did a perfect flip in the air. Unbeknownst to him, nearly half a month ago, he was barely breathing in a hospital ward. His only wish was to survive through the winter. In a city that never sleeps, the wealthiest plutocrat had just ended an exclusive interview and was gambling a fortune at the casino. He basked in the admiration and compliments from those around him. His life when he was cooped up in a leaking basement, far from home, seemed like a distant dream that made this moment so much better. In a clamoring business district, a mother was picking out decorative flowers, florist with her daughter. The girl had forgotten the news of her mother's death and clung to this illusion of her, where they were talking happily about her own upcoming wedding. In a condominium far from the bustling city, a young artist was finishing his new masterpiece. His family finally understood the path he chose, and his works were gaining traction among fellow artists. This youth had just taken his first step towards a bright, hopeful future. Next, in some ruins smothered by sand, a retired soldier was working with his comrades to rebuild the city from rubble. The arduous war had finally come to an end, and although their homes were long gone, they never doubted that the city would return to its former glory. In an inconspicuous park, with his close friends around him, a young man finally embraced his crush after he confessed. The lonesome man finally obtained his long-awaited warmth. This was the first time in over 20 years that he felt thankful for living. In a library lit with candles, a scholar was studying the notes of a trailblazer. He had gotten wisdom that far surpassed others, and eidetic memory Overnight, he finally had the ability to pursue the truth of this world. Eidetic meaning he never forgets a thing. Different souls with a shared vision. Different faces with shared dreams. Life, wealth, feelings, reputation, dreams. These simplest human aspirations were reflected in one another, linked by an amalgam of memories, forming in its entirety a spiritual atom. There, an endless dream promised eternity to humanity. Old, young, happy, sad, life, death. A smattering of dreams blurred all the rifts that existed between lives. And for this, humanity was plunged into a deep night called Project Stigma, becoming the planet's shadow. Discordant sound was suddenly heard amidst the endless boundless dreams. A unique gray serpent stood upon a globe distorted by Project Stigma, indifferently looking over the giant born from humanity's dreams. With Project Stigma, humanity's best memories were strung together, shared with each other, framed within a dream. Those illusions hung like stars in the night sky, shining with humanity's hope and filling an empty world with light. But illusions were, after all, just illusions. Having found the answer he was after and bored with this task at hand, Grey Serpent stopped monitoring Stigma's space. I was just checking something. And the world fell into a boundless silence. There's a unique one. What do you expect? Each human is individual, although you build on their own cultures.
おそらくこの結果に変わりはないだろう。だとすれば、打足は必要ない。人々が持つ記憶と歴史さえあれば、互いの夢に十分な養分を与えられる。
This must be the Grey Serpent from the PV, by the way.
ならば、命が精魂空間と溶け合い、終局を迎えるその時まで、せいぜい新しい人生を楽しむがいい。
Sensing something, Grey Serpent lifted his head to the arc. The moon hung silently in the sky, casting a cold gaze at the earth below. There was nothing else.
夢に引き寄せられるのは、甘味を貪るアリだけとは限らないようだな。
Yep, one of the lines from the PV.
新たな客人が訪れたのなら、精魂計画の秩序を守る門番として、遠路はるばるお越しいただいた彼女たちに、せめてものおもてなしをしなければ。ああ、正確に言えば、彼女だな。
Just one. Wonder who the one is. Wish my connection was better and my loading times weren't crap. Here we are. If someone realizes that every day is merely a different night, realizes that his eyes are equivalent to someone else's eyes, then he would fervently seek for true daylight. This daylight would completely awaken him. To wake when you've already awoken makes everything seem much clearer. Then he will finally realize that to those who had two eyes, he only had one. Those who could see, he was blind. It's the deep. Welcome back, all. including a newly reformed Herrscher of Truth.
おお、本当に一瞬で月から帰ってきたね。ここは海援城？
なるほど。海援城はムー大陸の遺跡ですから、正門の行き先にふさわしい場所でしょう。
Yeah, could have probably thought of that before too, and didn't make the connection until now either.
ニューアトラ。本当にそういう意味だったのですね。
Also, it's interesting that Bronya stopped calling herself the Bronya. Now she just says Bronya. And in Alpha 2, she'll use something else.
ここはかつてアトラという都市に属していました。だから正門によって行き来できる月のあの場所はニューアトラと呼ばれてたんでしょう。
なるほど。でもここがマリアナ海溝の最深部である以上、地球にある他の場所へ移動したいならちょっと工夫しないといけないわね。
The Imperium's not here to pick us up.
そうだね。ここの次元が月みたいに聖婚計画のせいでめちゃくちゃになっていたら、空の律者の権能を使うことも難しいし。
Or you could try first to see.
ブローニャ、今私たちがいる場所はあの海縁の目だよね。
ええ。昔ここは漁師の海とつながっていたので、環境がそれの影響をかなり受けていました。でも、
See?
今は
Energy weapons. Data ribbons. Rather. Bronya's gaze fell on the ceiling.
うん。今は漁師の海の力があまり感じられないの。ネゲントロピーが海縁の目を閉鎖した時はまだこんな感じじゃなかったと思う。やっぱりここも聖婚計画の影響を受けているんだね。漁師の海の力が均衡を保っているから海縁城は今のままでいられてるのかな。
つまりこのまま干渉しなかったら時間の流れとともに海援城も聖婚計画に取り込まれるのね。
入手した情報によると、聖婚計画は地球をある意味での夢へと書き換えています。そのやり方に一体どんな意味があるかはまだ分かっていませんが。
まずは徹底的に海援城を調べましょう。過去と同じ場所であろうと、変化が起きた場所であろうと。
And then they have to get to either a Schicksal or a Negentropy base. See how they can help out.
きっと変わってしまった世界を知る重要な手がかりになります。
そうだね。デュランダルの話では今の地球はもう私たちの知る姿じゃなくなってる。
私たちは今7人いるとも言えますし、ここから上がったら手分けして各エリアの状況を把握してみませんか？
はい。その方が効率的です。それに、海援城はそう広くもありませんし、何か問題があったらすぐに支援に駆けつけることができます。
Keeping in mind, you probably still have to go through the passageways to get to each other. We are underwater after all.
それでは、キアナとメイ姉さん、委員長と指揮の律者、ゼーレとブローニャに分かれて探索しましょう。
She's bearing with Senti too.
キアナたちは空間の性質や外部との連絡手段について調べられます。委員長チームは聖婚計画が民間人や世界全体に与える影響を調査できるでしょう。ゼーレとブローニャは海援城のことを詳しく知っていますから、ネゲントロピーがここに残した物資の捜索に向いています。
That would be helpful. I see the reason behind her choices.
確かに、その分け方は合理的ですね。
了解。じゃあ私とメイ先輩はまずここから空間の性質を詳しく調査をしてみるよ。
I wonder if we control them one at a time or just...
ええ、妥当な選択ね。
And they're just branches of the story that are more interesting.
指揮の律者曰く、ここは地下6万メートルの深海ですから、なるべく高い場所から調べたいそうです。そうすれば、さらに変わった場所を見つけられますから。
I guess now that they've traveled back to Earth through Project Stigma, Senti is inside Fuha again. That's interesting.
ブロニャお姉ちゃん、武士を探すなら先にハイペリオンが止まってた場所に行ってみない？
そうですね。記憶が正しければ、量子の海への崩壊エネルギー転移実験をした際、アインシュタイン博士がいろいろと道具を保管していました。
Plus, it'll be fairly easy to get
ざ
to.
っと見た限り、ここは安全に見えますね。でも、油断はできません。何しろ、ヨルヌンガンドが大暴れしたこともありますから。
Yep, you don't know what to expect.
ええ、キアナとメイさんも警戒を怠らないでください。
連絡が必要になった時は、式の律者が作った意識のネットワークを使おう。
If you can.
何でもありません。ただ、式の律者が。もういいですから、僕年人。話したことをいちいち全部伝える必要はないでしょつまり、このことだけは覚えておきなさい。すべては偉大なる式の律者様がもたらした恩恵だと。
No problem, Santi.
私は名誉や利益を欲しているわけじゃない。けど、これだけは覚えておいて。私の施しは、他の連中じゃ与えようにも与えられないものなんだってね。
Got it.
うん。ありがとね、式の律者様。
Alright, we can't color Santi to our face.
式ちゃん、今は無駄口を叩いてる場合ではありません。役割分担もはっきりしましたし、キアナが話してたような形で早めに動きましょう。
ええ。
So let's see who we get to control when. Oh. Weapon reach other levels. So we're with Branya, Sela, and is there Imperial, right? Oh, sorry, not controls input. Yeah, Azure Imperial. But this isn't a team that works well with Bronya.
エリア警戒、標的射撃します。コアトレーションモデル、ベストタイミングです。
お願い、もう一人の私。仕方ないわね。
もう大丈夫ですよ。
Check it out, even if you switch, Project Bunny hangs around. Where are we going? Seems to be water damage and can't move. Water level controller. Are them?
搭載部署、ファイヤー。はっ、弱点確認、デフォルトモジュール起動。ふっ、やっ、せい、重装ウサギ、火力援護起動。
I didn't unlock any of the weapons. Send? Ah, there we go.
どうしたんですか、ゼーレ。
ただ考えちゃって、ケビンってどんな人なのかなって。
Bronya's gaze fell on Fuhua.
確かに彼は、あなたたちには敵としての一面しか見せていませんでしたね。ゼーレが漁師の海で彼と出会った時、偉そうに大蛇になってたんだって。確か、末法型崩壊獣、ブラフマーの化身、名前はククルカ。トラロックやコアトルと同じく、キマイラ計画の産物で、漁師の海に適応した存在です。
That's why they were involved in that part of the story, I guess. Lock and Portal.
トラロック。ブローニャが倒した巨大な骸骨のことですか。
When she got the Herrscher core, yes.
はい。だから、あの時の彼は、比較的まともな決心を選んだのだと思います。
That being relative.
そう言うと思いましたよ。僕年人ってば。老いぼれたちをいいように言って。私から見れば、あなたたちに私並みのコミュ力があれば、今みたいにはならなかったと思いますよ。
Maybe, maybe not. Who
試
knows?
練やら責任やら、全文明の先駆として幾千万年の時を過ごしてきたんでしょう。座って話す余裕ぐらいはあったんじゃないですか。
If this could all be resolved with talking, it would have been resolved. We're talking about defeating the Herrscher finality, though.
一度では無理なら、二度、三度と話し合えばいいでしょ。ケビンも信州に来て、和をもって尊しとなすという言葉を学んでみればいいんです。
I chuckled because I can't quite imagine him doing that.
沢でどうにかできる問題だとは思えませんが。
But it would be nice.
しかし、長い歳月は確かに人から基本的な会話能力を奪います。例えば、遠い昔に避難所で目覚めてからは、ケビンやスーと定期的に会話を交わしていました。
And then you fell out.
それがだんだんと数ヶ月に1回、年に1回、最後には10年に1回となっていきました。
どうしてそうなったんですか？
時間があまりにも長すぎたからです。
And
数
they had
百
a lot of
年
time.
数千年も過ごせば常に思わぬ出来事が掟を破るもの。その時に私たちは気づいたんです。だからといって大半のことを形式的なものだと認めれば結果はこうなってしまいます。ブローニャも大巨山で見たはずだよ。この僕年人ってば子供の世話をしているのに一緒に遊ぼうとすらしなかったんだから。
なるほど。理解できました。こんなに年が離れているのに、ブローニャたちと同じように、委員長はセーフレイヤでの時間を大切にしてくれてたんですね。
That's a fair point.
はあええ、セーフレイヤは数百年ぶりに時間がまともに流れていることを感じさせてくれた唯一の場所でした。まったく、さすがは僕年人と言うべきか。普通なら自分の時間がある瞬間やある時期で止まってくれたらと願うものでしょ。
You'd assume someone who had lived more than 50,000 years would understand time a bit better.
確かに人はそんな風に願います。自分が生きていることは、時間が流れている時にしか感じ取れません。そしてその時の中で、一つ一つの物語を読み終え、一つ一つの結末を見届けることで、ようやくかつてない可能性を作り出せる。
Well, things that are important to Herrscher of Truth. Also, it's an Alicia thing.
矛盾しているように聞こえるかもしれませんが、その矛盾こそが人が人でいられる理由なんです。
はいはい、わかった、わかりましたよ。もうさっきまではケビンの話をしてたっていうのに、どうして断りの律者コーナーになってるわけ？
She bored?
かつての数万年で私たち先行者は矛盾を引き受けていると思い込んでいました。それこそが今のケビンのように世界に矛盾を生み出したんでしょう。
Been moving? She referring to the recursive loops that happen. It's not just 50,000 years. That's this era's previous era. But it's been like this the entire time.
もちろん
For who knows how long.
終焉の手によって無様に滅ぼされることなんて誰もが望んではいません。だからこそ、
They use this term finality, but it also
計
means
画に
end.
絶望を感じているはずです。
絶望？
それはどうでしょうね。
Or
彼
despair.
のあの態度を見る限り、絶望というよりも希望をあなたたちに託したんだと思いますよ。
Pressures of
も
humans.
し彼が最終的にあなたたちから望んだものを見出せたなら、その時はきっと命を懸けて全力で決着をつけに来るのでしょうね。
式の律者、話を間違えてはいませんか？
彼女は間違っていません。それに今の言葉こそが最初の問題に対しての回答と言えるでしょう。ケビンとは一体どんな人なのか。
Indeed. In a way, he really was training them up, which is the way I saw him, especially in the finality preview, finality part 1. And so outside the realm, by chance, she reminisced about that time tens of thousands of years ago, when a needle was put to that farewell record for the first time.
スー、ファ、これからのことは君たちに任せた。
He really did put his help in others.
これは最後のチャンスだ。僕たちのせいで悪い結果になる前に。そのために僕は自分の命を重厚に押し込めなければならない。
ケビン、私たちにも同じことをしてほしいのですね。
We can probably continue for a bit long. Ah,
弱点確認。デフォルトモジュール起動。エリア警戒。動的射撃します。コアポレーションモデルベストタイミングです。武装再構築。
I'm not getting any of the weapons.
起動状態確認。反応検索。一掃します。安全装置解除します。真理の名をもって過去を超えます。
Yeah. Gotta love the railgun.
火力連携コール。
Oh,
重装
I
火力援護
did have him.
搭載武装ファイヤーコアポレーションモデルベストタイミングです。戦術変更特殊次元展開。
Yeah. I do like the way she fights. Okay. I think it means for us to go this way. More fighting here. Yep. And fully charged. And she's the weakest of the three. There's the thing at kind of the center. Oh, that's always kind of been the symbol for the eye of the deep.
外縁じ
Of
ゃ
the deep.
全然変わっていませんね。
平和な時だったら観光地に向いているかもしれません。ではさっき立てた計画通りここからは分かれて行動しましょう。
Good luck, Fua. She has sentience.
わかったわ。あの上にあるベランダなら多分通信しやすいんじゃないかしら。
Sarcasm Nix. I wonder how she came out.
そうなんだ。ありがとね。
Oh, she's talking directly to Senti. That's kind of cool, though. They're both well, Senti isn't Stigma, but Veliana is. That's interesting. But we're Hyperion docked. trying to see if there's anything along the way that could.
重装ウサギ永久配置重装ウサギ火力援護起動武装再構築手動操縦開始反応検索一掃します星が砕け散る様を見たことはありますか
Yep.
安全装置解除します火力連携構築
I did not want to get hit more.
今回はそんなに興味があるんですね意外で精霊
あら、おかしなことを言うのね。彼女に無理やり気分転換させられただけよ。
Prayer.
いいことだと思いますよ何はともあれ一緒に行動するのはこれで2度目ですね
3度目よ。お姉様ってばおバカさんね。
うん
2度目はカロスタンの時、お姉様はムーンライトスローンの生成で力を使い切って骨が抜けたかのように倒れ込んで起こそうとしても全然起きなかったの。ゼーレは相当焦ってたわ。そんな彼女が見ていられなくて仕方なく助けてあげたのよ。その後お姉様はぼんやりと私のことをゼーレって呼んだの。ねえお姉様、正直なところ自分がどっちのゼーレを呼んだのか覚えてる？
Rihanna is also sailing. Look at her hair, the way there are stars in them.
どうして笑うのよ。
まさかあの時のこともカウントしているとは思いませんでしたからでもちょうど良いタイミングですねあの時ブローニャは2種類のゼーレの力を感じました少し遅れてしまいましたが一言言わせてくださいありがとうございますゼーレ
あなたって人は意味がわからないわ。まあいいでしょ。そんなくだらないことに付き合いたくはないし。
Student of Sele.
お姉様、ゼーレはね、月での出来事をブローニャお姉ちゃんと話し合いたいそうよ。でもそのタイミングが見つからないみたい。目が覚めたらニューアトラにいたこととか、何が起こったのかも知らずに一人で仲間を探しに行ったこととか、
Yeah, she
途
did
中で見
extremely
知ら
well
ぬ人た
too.
ちを助けたこととか、あの深い穴に入るときに誰よりも心配していたのに、みんなの前では平気なふりをしてただ自分のできることを黙々とやり遂げたこととかね。あの子は本当に成長したわ。
Yep, very proud of her too.
なんていうか、今はいろんな場面で私が現れない方が彼女のためになるかもしれない。
Mean to tell me that all that time you had the choice to do it? Chose not to for Sele's own growth? That's kind of interesting too. I thought that Project Stigma had severed their connection, since Valiana is a stigma, but I guess that wasn't true all the way through. That's pretty interesting.
だからあなたはウサギの元から逃げてきたのにずっと出てこなかったんですか？
それが何？どうしたの？そんなに私に会いたかったわけ？
You don't think she would?
はいだって両方ともゼーレですから
ちょっと変なことを言わないで。
Say anything weird?
もういいわ。好きにして。どうせこれから仕事もしなくちゃいけないし。もう笑わないで。
Emily laughs a lot. Oh, now we have Valiana.
あれあの人は
Wait, Is it Susanna? It is Susanna.
やっぱりスーサナですね。
ブローニャさん、セールさん、夢の中じゃありませんよね。はあ、助けに来てくれたんですか？
Sort of, yeah. But the fact that she's here. Oh, she's not Stigma awakened then, because she wasn't sent to the moon.
バカ言わないで。そもそもどうして天命本部の人間がこんな場所にいるの？
So blunt.
私にもよくわかりません。勤め先でちょっと居眠りをしてしまったら、
Don't nap at work, silly.
目が覚めたら伝説の海援城に飛ばされていました。
この場所を知っているんですか？
Susanna also has Kiana Brain. That's canonical in the manga.
はい、アルビトルから話は聞いています。不朽なる刃の正体がテレサ様が率いる極東支部の部隊と深海で戦ったことがあると。
もう昔のことです。それよりもその物資を運び出そうとしているんですか？
はい、勇気を出してここを一通り回ってみましたが、一人も見当たりませんでした。通信設備は全部壊れてましたけど、生活用の物資は足りてるようでした。ただ倉庫は湿ってて少し寒いので、しばらく別の場所で過ごすことにしたんです。
いろいろ大変でしたね。
いえいえ、実はハンモックに使う布を探していたところだったんです。そうしたら皆さんが助けに来てくれたという感じです。
Sort of.
だからバカ言わないでってば。
Billy and Bronya went over what had happened on the moon.
あれ、でもそうだとすれば、どうして私はここにいるんですか？
ブローニャにもわかりません。スーサナ、あなたはさっきここに来る前までは勤め先で居眠りしてたと話してましたが、どう？
長光さんのお手伝いをしてたんです。つい先日、
First, like
天命はやっと旋回事情の修復を終わらせました。
really, that's an interesting step.
新しい実験が始まる前に神の鍵に取り残されたものがないかを確認するため、一旦中を整理することになったんです。
That was you, huh?
でも中は風通しが悪くて暑苦しかったので、上げっぱなしの腕を休ませようとしたらうっかり寝てしまって。
Oh, so it's not like she was doing a desk work thing. She was cleaning.
その後目が覚めたらここに。はい、もしかして知らないうちに神の鍵の影響を受けたんじゃ。
もしくはもっと簡単な原因があるのかもしれませんね。証拠も不十分ですし、おそらくそれについて語り合っても時間の無駄です。さっきここの通信設備が全部壊れていると言っていましたね。ではここにあるものは一体？
それは簡単なテストをしてみたんですが、集積回路が壊れているみたいなんです。設備さえ修復できれば外部と連絡が取れると思ったんですけど。
これも成婚計画の影響の一つなんでしょうか？
それならお姉様、あなたは断りの律者なんだし、これを修理するくらい簡単でしょ。あれ、そうなんですか？
いえ、絶対できるとは保証できません。でも試してみる価値はあります。
Let's see what she can do. Oh. Now we got Susanna. I guess we gotta go this way. Damage comm device.
なるほど。外見だけ見れば全く問題ありませんが、内部にある重要なパーツがひどく損傷していますね。
はい、普通に考えれば修理できる見込みはほぼない状態なんですけど。
でも断りの律者の新たな形態を使えばそう難しくはありません。
本当ですか？
先走った機体はおすすめしません。ブローニャも初めて試しますから。
She held her breath and began intuitively searching the entire structure. Nor modern integrated circuits were born from staking those four logical operations on top of each other trillions of times over. No one could repair a chip that had been badly burned. They would instead replace it with an available part. But a perfected Herrscher of Reason was peculiar in that she could do the impossible.
起動しました。どうやらうまくいったみたいですね。
It did light up
それ
compared
で
to
も
before.
この設備は役に立たないんじゃないかしら。地球全体が成婚計画によって再構築されている以上、波の通信設備で誰に連絡を取れっていうの？
An 8-year Schicksal base, which was shielded from Project Stigma, of course.
750-620-570。あ、見つけました。この設備には495通信チャンネルがあります。
何を探してたの？
あるチャンネルです。天命とネゲントロピーが対峙してた頃、オットー司教とプランク博士が望まない事態を避けるために作った通信回路で、別名大西洋電話。
Planck was one of the founders of AE.
過去の人間が何？
天命本部が機能しているなら、そこにいる人たちに495通信チャンネルを使って連絡できるんです。
Good call.
はい。
Disregarding the black-haired girl's surprise, the B-rank Valkyrie from Schicksal began operating the comms device. It originally belonged to Entropy quickly. A few minutes later, the fruits of her labor were clear.
スーサナ、本当に？それもキアナさんたちと一緒なんですか？
Yena and the others are here, yes.
ブローニャさん、ゼーレさん、それにスーサナ、久しぶりですね。無事で何よりです。
A Victor is at headquarters. Interesting.
あなたは不朽なる刃のアルビトルですか？もちろんです。天命公認の便利屋さん、ここに参上です。ブローニャたちの状況はスーサナから大体聞いていると思いますが、天命本部は今どうなっていますか？突如発生した空間異常から天命本部を守り維持させられるよう、副隊長長光様、琥珀様は前線にて指揮を取り、虚数侵入を防いでいます。
That's a good job, that. Also, you can always rely on Amber. Honkai's Amber, not so much Genshin's, although she's good too. Not very skillful.
一方、ネゲントロピー側ですが、ソルトレイク基地とは連絡が取れています。ベルトさん、アインシュタイン博士、テスラ博士が現在戦っています。
Good to get a sit rep.
学園長は彼女のことを知っている人はいませんか？
Don't know where she could be after Kevin fought her.
残念ながらテレサ司教は現在行方不明です。彼女が宇宙から帰還しているかどうかすら確認できません。またネゲントロピー側ではアリーン姉妹が行方不明になっています。監視カメラによると異変が起こる約10分ほど前に基地から抜け出しています。
Of course, they would sneak out first.
人工知能の分析から察するに、こっそりコンビニにケーキを買いに行ったようです。
That matches with the cakes.
あのアホ姉妹が。
ゼーレ、今感情的になってもおそらく何の役にも立ちません。
Makes her feel better. She didn't hurt anyone.
アルビトル、今の状況から考えれば、天命、ネゲントロピー、それと海援城にいるブローニャたちで三者会議を行う必要があります。手配してくれますか？
Good call.
できるだけ頑張ってみます。では、善は急げということですし、スーサナはここに残って通信回線の維持をお願いします。みんなを探してきますので、三者会議は30分後に。それで大丈夫ですよね？はい、問題ありません。期間中のデュランダル様とスショウ様のためでもありますし。
天命とネゲントロピーが人を集められれば何の問題もないんじゃない？それにしても人は見かけによらぬもの。まさにその通りね、スーサナ。
ゼーレ、言い方に注意してください。
才能は人それぞれなのね。
これでいいでしょ。
That'll do for now. 30 minutes later.
ネゲントロピーと天命の重要メンバーを全員参加させることはできなかったが、こうして三者会議を行えること自体が奇跡と言えるだろう。
はいはい。くだらない前置きはそれぐらいにして坊さん頭。
Impatient as ever, Lobsterhead.
それでは会議の進行役はテスラ博士にお願いしてもよろしいでしょうか。その方がより効率的かと。
Got a crack, Rita? Good thing she can't tie her up again from that distance, huh?
いいわよ。どうせ多めに喋るだろうから。キアナ、今海援城に集まっているのは、あんた、レイ、ブローニャ、フカ、ゼーレ、四季の律者。それとなぜかそこに現れたスーサナで間違いないわよね。
I also noticed that they must have put Asuka in a very similar outfit to this during the crossover, huh? Apart from this saying nerve on hers. I just didn't look at it that much to be able to notice before.
そうだよ。さっきの情報によると、あんたたちは聖婚計画のせいで月に閉じ込められていたけど、全文明が残した正門を使って海援城にたどり着くことができた。でも、それだけじゃ今の海援城の状況は説明しきれない。天命側になんでスーサラがあっちにいるかを説明できる人はいない？
テスラ先輩、そのことについては私から報告するわ。
While she was
スー
napping?
サナは私が旋回一条を使って送り出したの。
Did you set it to end up in the deep or not?
ああ、やっぱりあんたの仕業だったのね。
Of
待
course.
って、ちょっと待ちなさい。旋回一条？あれの起動は相当面倒なはずでしょ？
Not coincidentally, this is Nagamitsu we're talking about.
ちょうど旋回一条関連の実験をしようと思ってたから、内部の整理をスーサナに任せてたのよ。
What did you do before she was done? Were they error?
でも異変が始まった時に急だったからスーサナと連絡が取れなかったの。だから地球で最も安定していた空間を設定して彼女を先に送り出した。
Oh, so it did exactly what it was programmed to. But it didn't go to a bubble world, it went to the same world. I didn't know Cosmic Juggernaut could do that. And I guess the Astral Express can too.
皆さんも
It
目に
is
し
a
た通り、
Cosmic
成
Juggernaut.
婚計画の影響があまりにも大きかったから、その後は旋回一条を使うチャンスをなくしてしまったのよ。
どうしてかしら。何かを省略している気がするわね。まあ、とにかく。
Should really go. I'd like some more information now. Moving on.
地球の表面が虚数侵入の被害に遭っている今、漁師の海と深くつながっている海援城は確かに滅多にない安定した場所ね。
And apparently there's enough of a communication link for everyone to talk. Good thing too.
でも当面の問題として、それの安定性が気になるわ。それに、
どうしてですか？
今のようにずっと守りの体制を取ったままではいられない。ネゲントロピーと天命の最終目標は元の世界の奪還よ。それを前提とすると、海援城を前線基地にするのはあまり望ましくない選択と言えるわね。虚数空間という視点から見れば、前線からあまりにも遠すぎるのよ。前
Right,
線基
the
地より
back
も
line.
後方に向いているの。
At least now we have a stable, safe place.
つまりテスラ博士が言いたいのは、これから新しい戦場を探す必要があるってことかしら。
そうよ。具体的にどうするかは長光に考えてもらう必要があるけど。
Gonna just drop that in her lap.
テスラ先輩が言ってるのは旋回一条のことよね。さっきキアナさんたちの方でもいろいろ準備してるって聞いたわ。せっかくだし皆さんも確認してみない？
One step at a time.
準備作業といっても虚数空間の方から道しるべを探してただけなんだけど。
けどもう収穫はあるみたいね。
でも私たちはただ。
なるほど。現状の天命やネゲントロピーでは この程度の道しるべを確保することさえ難しいのね。
残念ながら君の言う通りだ。あと今はソルトレイク基地や天命浮遊島を戦場にするのはおすすめしない。
So where do we go? Or what do we have to do to set up the deep?
その2カ所は聖魂計画が力を集中させて侵食しているエリアだ。防衛戦には適しているが攻撃には向いていない。それに聖フレイヤが位置する空間を曖昧に感じ取れただけでも僕たちにとっては大きな探索価値がある。
そうだけど。
具体的な座標を伝えるのは難しいのね、キアナ。
本当にはっきりしない感覚だから時々ぼやけた夢のように思えるんだ。それとなんだか変で、律者の権能を使って虚数空間を見ようとするとどの方向に注意を向けても聖フレイヤ関連の情報が背景にあって。
Probably because of the connection to it.
宇宙背景放射みたいなものね。それって何？宇宙背景ねえキアナ、授業はちゃんと受けてる？
Even a little.
まあまあ、テスラ先輩。宇宙背景放射なんてものは普通、教科書には載ってないわよ。キアナさん、ビッグバンという概念は知っているでしょ？
Who hasn't?
宇宙全体はかつて小さな点だった。でも時間の流れとともに膨らんでいって。
ええ、ビッグバンによって放たれた最初の光がいわゆる背景放射なのよ。その光が誕生した時、小さな宇宙は一瞬で埋もれた。だから宇宙が大きくなった今、光は至るところまで満ち、四方八方から私たちに向かって飛んでくる。そしてまた膨らんでいく宇宙の奥側へと向かう。
つまりテスラ博士と長光さんは聖フレイヤが聖魂計画に飲み込まれた最初の場所だと推測しているんですか？
Could have started there, although there are more populated areas that it could have started better. If it had to have a starting point at all. I had the sense that the entire planet was swallowed up all at once.
そうよ。最初というのは少々厳密さに欠けているけど、今話した背景放射と同様に、聖フレイヤは聖魂計画の影響が現れた頃に巻き込まれたはず。そうじゃなきゃ、どの方向に注意を向けても聖フレイヤを感じられるって現象を説明できない。
Because in a sense, it's everywhere.
そうなると、最初の突破口さえ見つけられれば、空の律者の力を使って聖フレイヤを取り戻すこともそう難しくはないはずよ。
それに聖魂計画での立場が背景放射に近いという性質を利用して聖フレイヤを改造し空間を取り戻すための共闘歩にすることもできる。
Yeah, where things began.
ケビンが僕たちの最終目標だとすれば、その前にできるだけ地球を元通りにする必要がある。
And he'll come to stop us, of course.
そうすれば相手の力を削れるだけではなく、聖魂計画を終わらせ終焉を乗り越えた後、地球が取り返しのつかない状態にならずに済むからね。
What is beyond finality, though? Never reached it before.
地球を元通りに。確かにそれは私たちの目標だけど、具体的にどうすればいいの？理論上聖魂計画がしたことの逆をやればいいだけよ。意外かもしれないけど、今の異変から見れば反転作業を実行するプランは簡単に作り出せるわ。まあだいたい1日か2日程度ってところね。
Best.
そんなに早くできるんですか？
Me and Bronya on the same wavelength here.
そうよ。さっきも意外かもしれないけどって言ったでしょ。でも効率上の問題は残ってる。反転作業のプランができたところで実行する時の効率は終焉の力を手にしたケビンにはかなわない。
But what if we take the power of finality
だから
from him?
これからすべき行動は2つあるのよ。まず1つ目は一般人の力を引き出し人数を増やすことで効率の差を補う。2つ目はいわゆる終焉の力とやらを私たちの手中に収める。
And there it is.
両方とも空想めいた話だけど、聖魂計画と終焉の律者の件、
この2つを同時に解決したいのなら、それは必要なことよ。
I wonder if someone who possesses the authority of finality and the Herrscher of finality can exist at the same time, or if the Herrscher would swallow up the authority immediately. I guess we'll find out later.
千里の道も一歩から。確かにこの先がどうなろうと、私たちは海援城に引きこもっているわけにはいきません。
そして今は聖フレイヤこそが最も希望のある選択肢。
ああ、実はさっき現状についてノートに書いて整理していた時に、とある突破口を作り出す方法を思いついたんだ。
Nice timing, Einstein. 42 hours later? Or 2 days? Right, not quite. 48 days would... 48 hours would be.
ぐっすり寝ちゃったよ。
Like I said, Yana brain.
でも目覚まし時計が故障してたのかな。みんなはもう自分の持ち場で頑張ってるみたい。今日起こしてくれなかったのは、アインシュタイン博士の計画をもうすぐ実行するから、私を十分に休憩させたかったのかな。
Yours is an essential power here, after all.
よし、下に行く前に計画の実行手順をもう一度整理してみよう。
No, keep the plan hidden. It's the hidden plan guarantee. If you talk about it, it can fail. That's the trope.
ステップ1、開園の目とみんなで増設した通信設備を使って地球の近くまで戻ってきているはずのデュランダルとスショーに連絡を取る。ステップ2、彼女たちと合流してから空の律者の力を使って散らばった聖フレイヤの情報を趣味消して各次元にできる限り記録しておく。ステップ3、虚数繰り込みのテクニックを使って散らばった情報を独立した次元で一体化させて安定したビーコンを入手する。最後に手に入れたビーコンを使って戦いを担当する人を送り込めば虚数侵入に反撃できる。
That's gonna be a tough fight.
どの手順も成功率は多分私のコンディション次第。大丈夫、いつも通りにすれば律者にとってはそう難しくもないことばかりだし。
Or a Herrscher of Human, you mean?
そうですね。それに計画の第一段階はすでに成功していますから。
Hi, Bianca.
え、デュランダル？あんたたちもう戻ってきてたの？
はい、30分前に到着したばかりです。皆さんのおかげでナビに異常はありませんでした。
So this is after all that side stuff from the exercise we did earlier.
ということはデュランダルはもう2日も寝てないんじゃない？大丈夫？
問題ありません。天命には長時間にわたるバルキリーの作戦をサポートする手段がたくさんありますから。
Still not an ideal situation to fight in.
スショーさんに休んでもらい、私が先にここへ来た理由は計画の第2段階に趣味消しが必要だからです。
それはそうだけど。分かった。でも計画をやり遂げたら隙を見てちゃんと休んでよね。
Good to me too.
はい、リタからもそう言われてますから。
ならいいや。それで早速だけど下に行かない？
This makes waste. Do this slowly. Good, right. Go is smooth, smooth is fast.
ええ、そうしましょう。
I had to try to remember it first. That better not have been just the end of the first part. Let's see if I can get 342. It was... Oh wait. This is still counting. No, I'm still in the challenge. Diana's pretty fast even when she's at the walk speed. Nope, this is
こ
close
こ
to the
にあ
end
る
of the
臨
first
時
round.
の通信装置はブローニャさんが断りの律者の力を使って2日間ほどかけて設置したものだと聞きましたが、
It's a bit different
ス
now.
ーサナも結構頑張ってくれたよ。彼女がいなかったら他の人たちと連絡が取れても装置を設置するときに1000回以上に必要なスケールを把握できなかったと思う。ブローニャの話によると、そうなっちゃった場合、あんたたちを海援城までナビゲートする難易度がかなり高くなるんだって。
確かに。ですが、長光さんが彼女を発射したことはやはり無謀すぎる行為だったと思います。あの二人らしくはありますが。
I'd say that it is, yes.
デュランダル様。
スーサナ、
あんたの助けがなかったら、
Wait.
デュランダルとスショウはこんなに簡単には海援城に来られなかったって話をしてたんだ。自分の仕事をこなしただけです。それでもみんなの感謝の気持ちに変わりはないよ。
そうです。見事な働きぶりでした、スーサナさん。
I just remembered to check whether the recording was recording.
はい、スーサナはこれからも頑張ります。
その件は置いといて、善は急げと言いますし、計画の第2段階を始めるとしましょう。ここで
あと言うまでもないけど、アインシュタイン博士と連絡が取れる状態をキープして。
After the reunion, Kina and her friends fervently began the project to reclaim St. Clair. And for the other Valkyrie, who was greatly indebted to the Academy, after having lost consciousness for about 3 days, her adventure was about to begin. Have a nap now, please. I know it's a shorter stream, but I didn't end up having that much time. Oh, we're with Teresa now. The same place as that gray serpent. This was clearly an unknown world. If you were to describe it as a horror novel would, I think that the most relieving thing in the world is that humanity's theologies not categorize the world accurately. Remember well, until the end, my greatest fear is not induced by anything visible. I was clearly under significant stress when I wrote these words. After tonight, I will no longer exist.
僕たちは草木と何の違いもない。火起こし、焼き畑農業。宇宙に行けるようになったとしても、人類はその子供時代からは逃れられない。宇宙ではどんな知恵も存在の仕方の制限を受ける。
Which is what he said to her at the end of the fight.
ケビン、あなたの言う存在の仕方には目の前の光景も含まれてるの？
As the new overseer slowly regained consciousness, she began sensing her surroundings. The place was silent but seemed to be filled with something formless. She smelled something saccharine, dangerous in what could be called air. Nitroglycerin smeared on the tip of her. She didn't know how long she had been trapped here. Curiously, her body hadn't grown tired from battling, or hungry from confinement. She tried awakening the power of Vishnu within her, hoping this bizarre sight was another dream that could be devoured. Yet nothing happened. It appeared that this space was no ordinary illusion.
何はともあれ、ここで立ち止まるわけにはいかないわ。
There, it's reset. So I think I will end here and resume the story at another time. I will check on anything that I can redeem, although I doubt very much. I already checked it out. So we did 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4, 2. There's 3, 4, and 5, 2. And I'll do that in another stream. And leave. And it should be relatively simple to collect the stars from all those. There's nothing yet from the event to... We got all the other stuff. And of course, I don't have enough to pull again. And unfortunately, I didn't get any of New Bronya's stuff yet. But maybe in the future I will. So I know I said that I would only show the stuff if people in the chat asked, but I will show them very, very quickly, and you can pause them if you like. They're not part of any leaks. They're part of the official character showcase teasers that were released by Hoyoverse. But I don't want to spoil too much. This is finality. Not have the ability to go to the here. Would have thought because I did it earlier too. And here we go. Herrscher of Origin. Now they're both going to be imaginary type. Diana will be going back here. Fire. And May is lightning. And I also noticed something else that's pretty it's pretty easy to notice, although sometimes you might not. Wonder why this is here. And you'll notice that it's on both. So I kind of hope that it's a purposeful thing, because if that does, that might indicate that there's going to be a May version as well, which would be kind of fun. But not really, but not necessarily necessary. Cute. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to end the stream there. And we'll pick up again another time. So I do hope that you enjoyed the stream for us right here. So thanks again for watching. Thank you for joining me, whether you did so live or with the recording. I do hope that you enjoyed it, found it entertaining. maybe you found out something that you didn't know before. And, well, I'll choose someone to raid from Twitch and see if I can set up the YouTube one. And I will see you the next time. Let's see. Raid Chibidoki on Twitch. And I'll try to set up the YouTube thing later. This is sort of the first time I will have actually tried it, but we'll see if it works. So thanks again for watching. Until the next stream, video, whatever, please do stay safe, stay healthy, and remember to be excellent to one another. Bye-bye.